Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Show it what you want. Show it what you need. My next run game.
Good evening, League. This is Assistant to the Commissioner. Cue the cattail. Still the cattail. Alright, we're good. Coming in with your Week 9 update. Recap, I guess. Actually, wrap up, sesh, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because I call it different things, apparently. Big week of fantasy. A lot of key matchups for playoff implications. And, I mean, we have a new season record for points for. So we'll get to that here in a second. So let's kick it off. We'll start off with Gritty Gibb and the Swaggets versus Dumpster Fire. That's TJ versus Footy. Butt Buddies for life. We had TJ coming off with the victory, 79.1 to 69.1, so not really a barn burner here, fellas. 10-point victory for Gibby over Footy, not too convincing. Big score for Gibb was Andy Luck, 12.7. Other than that, your team was pretty mediocre to bad. Your blunder of the week was Asiata only got 4.1, but the rest of your team was in the 9 to 10 point range, so not the best week for your team, but it got you the W. It made you, you got improved to 6-3, one game back from the leaders, so congrats to you, Gibb. Footy, big score for you. Colin Kaepernick, man, 22.7, had a great week. I don't know if you're going to keep starting him. He did play New Orleans, who has a pretty soft defense. Blunder for you, though, Travis Benjamin, 0.5. It seems like he's either boom or bust there, so I don't know if you have any more options on your squad. Don't really, since you had a bye week, it was kind of bad for your squad. But Footy, you now dropped to 2-7, almost kind of locking you out of the playoff implication, playoff picture. You would have to win, we have 5 more weeks. You would have to win the next 5 and maybe have a chance. You don't really have the points for to get in. So I don't know, man. This is a key week for you. I don't remember who you play yet, but it's a key week. Gibb, 6-3. You're sitting in the playoff picture right now, so hopefully you can keep that going for the rest of the season. Next up, let's get it there. Let's go Moose Stuff versus Fupa Freaks. That was the bye week for Herstein with mixed team all on literally bye weeks. Herstein put up an outstanding number, 172.8, to Mix 84.9, which is a very respectable number for the squad he had on his, the squad he put out. Herstein, big score for you, ended up being Mark Ingram, Melvin Gordon, 29, 32.1 respectively. Melvin Gordon, that game against Tennessee was just, he went off. And Ingram had a great game against San Fran. Shitty defense. And I totally forgot, Jimmy Graham, 22.3, had a great game Monday night. So there's, not much I can say about your squad. I'm not even going to mention a blunder, which was KCD, only 8 points. Only. Jesus. So you had one of those weeks where you went off. We'll see if you can put 2 of those weeks back to back. It's been a while since you've done that. You, however, improved to 6-3. You were back in the playoff picture. I believe you're sitting 3rd place behind Steiner and I, so you're back in it. You're back, baby. I'm back, baby. Whatever the fuck you say. Steiner, you kind of knew you were going to lose this week. Tyrod Taylor was your MVP, 25.9 points. Finally, you had to use him, and finally, he's going to pay off. If he played like he did on Monday night, I have no issue starting him week in, week out. So there's not much more to say about Tyrod. Blunder, Pro Sites, only 1.5, but again, this was your bye week. You knew you were going to lose. So you dropped to 7-2. You're still sitting in first place. The only person to be over 1,000 points for so far in the season. So you got a pretty respectable lead in that category. So congrats to Hurston on the win. Congrats to Mick for being the league number 1 yet again. I believe it's week 4 or 5 in a row. So congrats. Next up, we had Team Brinko versus Y'all Mind If I Praise God. That's Mike versus Austin. Roommate battle. Big rivalry here. Mike did end up winning 113.5 to 85.9. Big score for Mike was Mike Evans on Thursday. Fucking outstanding game. Apparently, people don't scout for Tampa Bay and realize they only have one receiver that can catch the ball. Yeah, they didn't really look into it, and Mike Evans profited off of that. Blunder for you, Mike. Patrice Barber, only 5.5 points. Yeah, not a good week for him, but he did get a lot of touches, but you already dropped him, so no more for him. And you had a lot of people on bye, so whoever plays you this week's got a tough matchup. Tough matchup. Not really. I'm going to crush you. Austin, big score for you. A-Rod, yet again, 26.2. Not much to say about him. He's going to put up those points for you. Blunder, though, Booker let you down. He's just not as an explosive runner as CJ was. And it's Denver. They haven't really been able to do anything on offense. So worrisome for Austin as Mike improves to 6-3 and is in the playoffs right now if the season ended. Austin, however, I believe you are 4-5. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're 4-5. So you definitely need 4 more wins. So you got to win the next 4 out of the 5, or 3 in hope. Rough road to the playoffs for Austin right now. Could miss it for the first time since I've been in this league. Scary stuff, Austin. Scary stuff. Next up, we had Trash Pizza versus Hot Dane's Gravy Train. That's Graham versus Kyle. Old co-owner battle. Big rivalry match as well here. Kyle did end up beating the bye week 78.5 to 54.4. Big score for Kyle. Dak Prescott yet again is lighting it up. Great draft pick. I'll say it again. He's probably going to be a keeper. I think he's worth a keeper if they keep Tony Romo off his ass. Tony Romo's healthy now, so we'll see. Hopefully they don't. They're doing too good to put him in there. Blunder for you. Macklin got hurt, so 0 points, and that's worrisome for you coming into this week. Graham, big score for you. Cam Newton finally put up a decent number, 14.6. Neil Ajayi, who had 19. So those two are your MVPs. The rest of your squad, not so much. So Graham drops to 0-9. Kyle, I believe you improved to what, 3-6? So you are kind of out of the playoff picture almost. You got to get 4 wins in a row to have a chance. 5 to be pretty much in there. Yeah. I don't really like your chances, but you still got a shot, unlike Footy and Graham. Next up, we had Harambe's Tribute Tour versus Blood Disease. That's Cole versus Payne. Both coming in high-scoring teams. Payne did win this one, 110.9 to 99.7. Cole yet again putting up almost 100 points and losing. Payne, big score for you, bud, was Drew Brees. Yet again, great draft pick, paying off. Blunder, though, Willie Snead did not catch very many of those passes from Drew Brees, so that was a blunder. You only put up 110 when you probably could have put up way more. However, Payne's team is pretty stellar. He improves himself to 6-3 and is in the playoffs. He's got a team to worry about. Cole, on the other hand, drops. I believe you dropped to what, 5-4, 4-5, 5-4. I think. I think you still have a positive record. I want to hope you have a positive record. And I like you so much, Cole. I'm gonna go fucking look for you, just so you know. You're 4-5. I'm sorry. We don't even have a 5-4 team in here. So you're 4-5. Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, Cole. Not much to say, bud. You're just getting unlucky on the weeks. Big score for you was Jameis Winston, 21.8. You also had Zeke, who had 21.7. I don't know, bud. 4-5. You got to get at least 4 wins to be in there. 3 to be possibly in there. We had a lot of 7-7 teams last year, but I think we're kind of top heavy this year. So I think 8's going to be the questionable this year. I don't know. It's going to be close with the rest of your schedule. You got division battles coming up. So unlucky for you. 4-5, Payne 6-3. Finally, Vape Nash versus Abdullah Ablangada. That was myself versus Masada. With the stat correction, Masada did end up beating me 94.1 to 93.5. That last fucking drive by the Bills fucked me with 3 sacks and a 4th down stop to bring him back and beat me. I'm still praying for a stat correction that one of those sacks was called rushing, because he was tucking it on one of them. He was fucking tucking it and running it. So it should be loss of yards, not a sack, but I'm not a bitter bitch. I can accept that I lost. I can accept that I started Derrick Henry and he got hurt in warm-ups and he put up 0 points. I can accept that. I could have put anybody. Belil got 5. I would have beat you. Cameron Brate got 10. I would have beat you. Rashard Matthews got 18.3. I would have beat you. Even Tyreek Hill got 3.2. I would have beat you. Fucking bullshit. I'm not bitter, but fucking bullshit. Big score for you. Russell Wilson Monday night went off 26.3. Finally, he had an excellent game at home under the lights Monday night. Performed perfectly. Blunder for you. Seahawks D was 4, but Rashad Jennings 3.9. You keep putting him in there. He keeps letting me down. On the other hand, you had me, who had Matt Ryan, my second string quarterback, 27.8. Nothing new there. And then Derrick Henry, Denver D, let me down with 0 points. So I dropped to 7-2. I'm in second place, still holding on to a bye week. I still believe Mick and I need one more win to lock up playoffs. 2, probably more likely to lock it up with how the league's going this year. 6-3 teams. Didn't have a lot of those, I don't think, last year. Yeah, Masada, you are now 3-6. I don't think, like Kyle, I don't think you really have much shot for the playoffs. You're just kind of the spoiler this year. I mean, you do have a shot. 4 wins gets you maybe there. 5 more than likely out of the next 6. No, 5. You got to win them all. You got to win them all to probably have a shot. 4 maybe. So, I don't know. I don't like your playoff shot. Don't like it at all. But who knows? Only you know. So that wraps it up. That's week 9 in a nutshell. Getting to week 10 with only 5 games left in the season. Playoffs are pretty much decided right now. You got 6-3 teams, and then you got 4-5 team. So you got, between the 6-3 teams, you got 2 games. Between 1 2 and 3, you got 1 game. So it's kind of decided right now who's going to be the top 6. It's just kind of what position they fall. Right now, Steiner is the team to beat. So that's all I have for wrap up. 12 minutes, 30 seconds, and it's going to tick on. I guess the podcast is done for, so I'm not even going to say looking forward to hearing that because apparently it's dead. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Sunday, though, for fantasy football. This past Sunday was kind of depressing with nobody there. Got it done, though. I watched it by myself. No friends. That being said, I'm going to fucking sign off so this video is not 80 minutes long. You guys have a great night. Vape Nish will come back stronger than ever. Herstein, you got a lucky week. Masada, not bitter about it, but that shouldn't have been a sack.